Listen up, my Gooch Maniacs. I'm back. Now, this is episode 103. Now, with that being said, before I get started with tonight's call out, I'd like for y'all to remember the boycott of Chobani yogurt. Now, with that said, if you've seen my 100th episode, you'll know where I get this from. I did my research. I checked into it, and I found my own reason to do what I'm about to do tonight. Tonight, I'm calling out Kevin Durant, the basketball player. Most people calling him out because of thought I should call him out because of the so-called super team. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to call you out, Kevin Durant, because of this. You played your whole entire career with one team, and you decided you wanted to leave that team for a championship. Now, you left as a free agent. And this is the problem I have with not just you, but professional athletes in a lot of sports. There's no loyalty to the team who've invested the money to draft you and bring you into the professional level. Where's that loyalty? That there is what would upset me. You have guys in basketball, football, hockey, even in baseball, who are more concerned with winning a championship or getting more money than being loyal to the team that they came into the business with. Now, I don't know how basketball and football and hockey are, if they have like a smaller division like baseball has the minor leagues. But that would be like, let's say back in the 70s and 80s. Or better yet, take 85, for instance. After the Royals, the Kansas City Royals won the World Series. That would be like if George Brett, and everyone knows how much I love George Brett and how George Brett is my favorite player. That would be like him leaving Kansas City Royals and joining one of those other teams in the last 30 years that it took him to win the World Series to go play for them so he could win another World Series. Brett did not do that because he was loyal to Kansas City. And he had that opportunity several times, and he turned down money and chances of being on other championship teams because he wanted to stay loyal to the Royals. The difference between you, Kevin Durant, and somebody that is respected in my eyes, the way I respect professional athletes, you're not loyal to the team that brought you to the game because you're more interested in winning a championship. That's why I have little to no respect for Alex Rodriguez. Here's a guy that came up through the Seattle Mariners franchise, left Seattle, went to Texas as a free agent for more money. And then he left Texas and went to New York for more money. If you're playing a professional sport and you're doing it for the money, like Alex Rodriguez, you're doing it for the wrong reason. If you are playing it because you want to be a champion, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be a champion. I know I've always wanted to be a champion, but I earned my championships, but I stay loyal to those teams. Now in wrestling, you're an individual. But when I was part of groups and tag teams, I was loyal to my partner. I was loyal to the other people in my stable. That's why and how you earn respect of the fans. So Kevin Durant, the Gooch is calling you out because you turned your back on your fans. You turned your back on the Thunder fans. And you turned your back on loyalty. And therefore, the Gooch is calling you out. And that's the bottom line because the Gooch said so.